Russell grew up in Taiwan, and correct me if I get some of these things wrong, but grew up in Taiwan very early on, hated Christ, and in fact used to burn Bibles. He would, and when friends of his were sleeping, he would steal their Bibles and burn them, and eventually saw that they lived a lifestyle that he really appreciated, and that's what drew him to Christ. He came here, did studies. He's got a PhD in engineering, mechanical engineering, I believe that's right, and but is a missionary in China now, spending 2 months there, then 2 months back here, has a wife, 3 children. His wife, he said, is fine with him being gone for 2 months at a time, and then being back for 2 months. What was most interesting to me is just the fact that he's doing so much in China. He, through teams, I think 7 teams, is planting a number of churches. January to May, they planted 9 churches. He's also trying to do theological education, wanting to plant a new kind of teaching institute there. So that's one of the reasons he's here doing the D-Min. He has an MDiv from Covenant already, but felt like he needed the balance of the D-Min academic and practical ministry that he would like to bring to China. But he's very, very involved in many, many ways in China. And I asked him after a while, I said, now, are you able to do this with the government knowing? He said, no, of course not. He has to be very, very quiet and very, very careful. And he goes over touring or visiting family or friends on his visa, and has a prayer team, he said, that no doubt is the reason that he has been able to not be caught and run into problems with China. But there's so much more I'd like to say. I really was fascinated to get to know him. But I'm going to pray. He asked me to pray for a couple of things. So I'm going to pray for Russell, and then Russell, I'll let you introduce me. Father, I do thank you for Russell's life and for the way you have gifted him academically. You've given him years working in this country as an engineer, also planning a church, and now serving in China in a way that is thrilling for us to hear. And we pray that you would give him wisdom, safety in his travels, wisdom as he seeks to balance time here, work on the D-Min now, run papers, reading, and also in his work there in China. Lord, bless him, keep him, and we pray that your kingdom will be greatly advanced through the life of this man. We pray in Christ's name.